Right, so what's your first name?
Sue.
Sue, right? And COPD, so chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Yeah. Did you used to smoke?
Yes.
Right, okay.
I've not smoked for about 12 years.
Right,
Bit too late though.
yeah. Now, I've worked on a few people with COPD with good results.
Oh.
Yes, all right. So it affects your breathing all the time?
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time. Anything else needs fixed? Excuse me, I've got hiccups.
Vertigo.
Vertigo?
Mm.
How long have you had that for?
This time since May, but I had it for 6 months last year as well.
Right, okay. That's interesting. So you had it for 6 months last year, you've had it for 6 months this year.
No, I started in May.
All right,
so
started in
I've had
May.
it just over a month.
Right, okay.
It's not all the time.
Right,
It's if I lie down or if I turn quickly.
right, okay. All right, right, we'll see what we can do with that as well.
Thank
Cool.
you.
We're going to work on the vertigo first. Reason for that, he always likes to work head down. So the vertigo's in the head and the COPD's in the lungs. So he's going to work in the head first.
What do you call
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dr. Augusto now, because Dr. Augusto's the one working through me. So he's called Dr. Augusto, like the month of August with an O on the end. De is of de Almeida. So he's Dr. Augusto of Almeida, which is a place in Portugal. And he's been in spirit world for 200 years. He is absolutely tireless. He'd have me working 24/7 if I could. Of course, I need to go to the toilet. I need to go, go to sleep. He doesn't, because he's in spirit world. And so he works tirelessly. He works with John I've got in Brazil. He works with me, and I'm sure he works with many others around the planet. And usually, I sort of sense him as the one in charge at my events, and then others will pop in between times. So he's been in spirit world about 200 years. He was a surgeon, a doctor, a physician, as they used to be called. But 200 years ago, it was a case of chopping off limbs. There wasn't any anesthesia, there wasn't any cleanliness. So when he got to spirit world, he realised that there must be a better way. And so now he's learnt a lot. Now, when he first started working through me, I was very much in awe of him, and he really helped me grasp this by saying, if you'd been in spirit world for 200 years, without a wife, without bills to pay, without a job to hold down, without needing to go to the toilet or eat food, you would think and act as I do. I'd have the same knowledge. And so he didn't want me to think of him as like an amazing being, which of course he is. He wanted me to see that if I'd made his choices, I would be where he is, and if he'd made my choices, he would be where I am. He works as part of a very well organised team. Nobody does anything without checking in here that it's for the highest good of everybody. There's no selfish intentions. Everything that he's done for the good of everybody. And it's not necessarily just the good of humans, it can be the good of all sentient beings, including animals, plants, the planet. God bless. Now, Sue, what can you feel happening?
I feel a bit dizzy.
Bit dizzy. They're working on the vertigo. See, they've taken me over here. Problems over on this side. God bless. Now, one of the things I do want to try with Sue as well, I'll do it after we've done the healing. I want to check your lipstick, see if your lipstick's got lead in.
Oh, right, okay.
All right, and there's an easy way to check for this. Any brightly coloured lipsticks, more red, I know yours is more pink, but red ones in particular, the bright ones, it doesn't matter if they're a good brand or a cheap brand, sometimes they've got lead in, and if you put them on your lips, it's straight into your blood supply, and that could be causing the vertigo.
Oh, right.
And what just alerted me was like, you've had it now for a month, but last year for 6 months, and it might be you wear a different colour of lipstick in the summer to the winter, perhaps. That just went through my head, I don't know if it's true or not. And if so, it could be a particular shade that's causing an issue. Or it might not be, it might be a complete red herring. I don't know, but it's worth a try. nice high frequency energy. How's your head feeling at the moment?
A little bit clearer.
A little bit
Clearer.
clearer, yeah. Going to get you guys to try something just for the next few minutes. Just everybody turn your cell phone either off or into airplane mode. I just want to notice if doing that helps everybody's head go clearer. Now we're going to do the breathing. Cool. All right, so after this healing, what I'm going to do, have you got your lipstick with you in your handbag?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we'll complete this healing, and when we've done that, then we'll have a look at your lipstick. Right, now I can feel that heaviness in your chest. Now, sometimes when there is heaviness in the chest, as much as you've smoked, it was a long time ago, and it feels like you weren't that heavy a smoker. 20 a day?
Heavy.
20 a day or more than 20 a day?
Not more than that.
No, so that, I've worked on heavier smokers. It can be grief. Grief can get stuck there. So when did this start being a problem for you?
What, my chest?
Yeah.
Probably about 10 years ago.
About 10 years
and
ago.
I had a lot of bereavement then.
Yes. Yeah. So, I know you smoke, but for me, this is grief that's stuck in here. Cool. So just close your eyes and just let yourself go back to that time. The grief tends to get stuck in the lungs, chest, and the small intestine. Now, did your dad die back then?
No, my friend, my brother and my niece,
Wow.
all within about 6 months.
All right. Okay.
And my dad died with emphysema and COPD.
Uh-huh. And when did he die?
About 40 years ago, 30 odd years ago,
Okay.
40 years ago.
That's interesting, because one of the things that can happen is our loved ones, when they die, they can hop into our space and then we get their symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So just close your eyes for me. Cool. And I'll get you to just lift your chin up a little bit for me. That's it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if she's got Dad with her. Yeah? So this is the signal that I'm looking for Dad to give me, okay? All right? So are there any energies or entities with Sue not aligned with a soul purpose or a divine essence? Are there any energies or entities with Sue not aligned with her soul purpose or her divine essence? And you'll get a feeling like yes, no, maybe, go away, anything like that. What's happening for you? Are there any energies or entities with Sue not aligned with a soul purpose or a divine essence? And I wanted to say, Dad, is that you? Did it feel like it was?
I don't know, it's been that long since I've seen him, I don't know.
All right, so close your eyes. Cool. All right, so Dad, if it is you, you're going to give us a big, strong sign, really clear sign. Make it stronger. Stronger still. Now, what's happening to your eyelids?
I don't know.
You're trying to keep them still. Dad, if that's you, make them eyelids flutter a bit more. God bless. God bless. It feels like he's with you. It just wants you to know he loves you. And he's always been with you. always been with you. Cool, so just let yourself feel his love and feel his presence. Now, because he had problems with his lungs, you see, it's most likely he came into your space when you were grieving. There was all that grief and all that loss. And so he came into your space to like comfort you through that time and to reassure you. And that's what you felt in your space. God bless. Now, he gives me the word sparkle. Did he ever call you that as a nickname? Why sparkle in particular?
No.
No? Okay.
No idea.
No. Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to say to him like, Dad, just for now, just because we're on camera, and just so that Sue can know beyond any shadow of a doubt, just move out of the space just for a little while so she can feel. Now, can you feel your heart racing? Can you feel something? It's a weird sensation, that, isn't it? It's a bit like your heart racing. All right, and I can feel it in my hand here. It's like I can feel a heart pounding. So just say, Dad, just for 3 minutes, just move out of a space so that she can feel how her breathing feels when you're not in a space with her. Right, now, just notice your breathing. How's your breathing feeling?
Not sure.
Take a few deep breaths just to see.
I feel a bit wheezy actually.
Bit wheezy? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Dad if he can be with you but without bringing in his physical symptoms. He's nodding to say yes he can. That will be good. Now there's a feeling he blames himself for you smoking. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. All right, now he's moving energy out. Okay, God bless. Again, just notice how your breathing's feeling.
I want to cough now.
Right, yep. Like that. I'm going to put a thought in your head, which is this: just because you smoked in the past doesn't mean to say that you should manifest COPD now. You've been stopped now for 12 years. The lungs should be getting better and clearer, not worse, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, they should
I
be
was
getting
told
better.
they'll only get worse. They can't get better.
Oh, what do they know? What do they know? So now they should get better because you've stopped smoking, because the tar and the nicotine isn't still coming in, so they should be able to get better. Every cell in your body is capable of healing, every cell, including your lungs. Yeah, but if we have a belief it's going to get worse, then that can affect our reality. Yeah, but for me, I reckon your main thing here is grief. It's grief. Yeah, cigarettes have been a factor, but the main thing is the grief. And if you feel the grief, you might find yourself tonight having a bit of a cry about those that you've lost and about your dad, and that's okay. And then notice how your breathing feels after that. But let go of the idea that you're going to get worse. No, no, that's not my experience of reality with lungs. Lungs can get better. Every cell in the body needs to take in nutrients. Every cell in the body needs to get rid of waste matter. And every cell in the body needs to communicate with the surrounding cells and with other cells in the system. You are a 50 trillion celled organism, and your consciousness is either a peaceful, benevolent ruler or a tyrant. And so our mental state is key. And so you knowing that your lungs can heal, you're now breathing in fresh air, that fresh air is going into the lungs can then get rid of the waste matter in the blood. You'll need most likely to support the liver to get toxins out, and that's not my area of expertise, that's a naturopath. But there's things that naturopaths can give us, and homeopaths as well, to support the body getting rid of the toxins that need to move from this part of the body. How are you feeling?
Okay, I think.
Yeah?
I think so.
Time will tell. You'll be able, we'll share the clip of film, and then you'll be able to tell us a week from now, a month from now, how you're feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Give her a round of applause.